News Rants, a podcast about news stories that could get a bit ranty. All views expressed on News Rants are those of myself and any contributors. Hello and welcome to another News Rants podcast with me, Paul. So today was the day of the first Prime Minister's questions of our new Prime Minister, Liz Truss. That went quite well. But it's not about that, because obviously there's nothing there to rant about. It is about this organisation, and for those of you who are just listening on audio only on Spotify, Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, behind me is a picture of the website of Animal Rebellion, a group of militant vegans that think we should all be vegan to save the planet from destruction. I'm sorry, but no. I like my steaks, I like my bacon, I like my burgers, I like my milk, and I do not want to put oat milk or coconut milk or some other ridiculous milk into my tea and coffee. Why would I want to do that? Because, I wouldn't, would I? So, no thank you, militant vegans. Please stop and disappear, and also stop your vandalism of property that isn't yours. Basically, they vandalised property belonging to Muller Dairies by drilling the tyres out on the trucks. Let's take a look at that, shall we? So that was Animal Rebellion, running around trespassing a Muller Dairies yard in Willenhall, basically going around all the trucks and drilling through the tyres. That doesn't take much to picture if you're listening in audio only. So, drilling through tyres, last I checked, was actually criminal damage, and that could end up with them having a bit of a hefty fine, which, that isn't going to end well for them, is it? And maybe prison time as well. Yeah, do you want to spend time in prison eating gruel? No, I don't think so. A gruel might have just a bit of water in it. Yeah, I don't think there's any milk in that, so you might get away with eating gruel all the time. I've got no problem with people being vegan. That's up to them. If they want to be vegan, that is fine. But don't force it on the rest of us, because not everybody wants to be vegan. I don't. I'm happy to eat burgers and bacon and sausages. Oh, and eggs. Eggs, yeah. Vegans don't eat eggs. Milk, cheese, butter, all of those kind of things. I like my milk, I like my cheese, and I like my butter. So there you go. I don't want to be vegan, and I don't want veganism forced on me by a bunch of eco-terrorists. Because they're trying to do it to save the planet, because the planet's dying. It's going to be destroyed. Yeah, so today, just before Prime Minister's questions, they blocked the road outside the Palace of Westminster and sprayed the building with white paint, although they said it was Big Ben, but Big Ben's the bell inside the clock tower. So, they kind of got that wrong, so they might want to check their facts before putting tweets out. So, I'm going to put the video clip up, but because there's strong language in it, I'm not going to put the audio up. I'm actually going to describe what is happening. So, we'll go over to that video clip now. So, what we're seeing here is they're just approaching the road outside the Palace of Westminster. They're now crossing into the road, and then there's two of them already in the road. There's a black skip truck, by the looks of it, approaching. That stops and the driver swears at them, and you can also see them spraying paint onto the building, which is criminal damage to Crown property. And you can see they've done it to the road as well. And at this point, they were getting honked at and swear words hurled at them by the truck driver, which is why I didn't want to play the audio from that. So, Otherwise I would have had to fiddle around and put explicit warning on this, and I really don't want to do that. It's too much work. So, I've got no room for militant vegans. They're as bad as Extinction Rebellion, who actually tweeted out something rather, well, rubbish, we shall say, in response to, if I can find it, we'll just go back to Twitter, a tweet by Darren Grimes. So, I'm just going to switch back to the main background on the normal background on here now. So we don't need the website up for the moment. So, what we've got, obviously. So it was a tweet by Darren Grimes, a presenter at GB News, and also the founder of Reasoned UK. So I'm just going to see if I can find the tweet in question. So basically the tweet went, the Green Extreme have spray paint all over the Palace of Westminster. This is criminal damage at the heart of British democracy. Why do we keep letting these people walk free, often on the same day as arrest? That is a very, very, very good question. Extinction Rebellion replied to this. I'll see if I can find that. I might struggle to find that, because there's been quite a lot, because Darren Grimes gets a lot of abuse, unfortunately. Here we go. Because I replied to it using my own personal Twitter feed, which you can find easily enough. It says, Extinction Rebellion, the parent organisation of Animals Rebellion, said, glad Darren Grimes is acknowledging the criminal damage is at the heart of British democracy. Non-violent civil disobedience is a cornerstone of our democracy and the freedom and rights we hold today. They obviously missed the point, and I personally responded to that. You couldn't be any more wrong, Extinction Rebellion. The criminal damage was caused by your splinter militant vegan group, Animal Rebellion. Darren Grimes, clearly, like many of us, is fed up of the illegal antics your organisation's going unpunished. There is no climate crisis, go home. And I'll put that on the background for you so you can have a look at it. Because the thing is, even though News Rants is quite anonymous, it isn't actually that anonymous because I do identify it to myself. I'm happy to do that. So, okay, it hasn't actually done what I was hoping it would do. So, see if I can fix that so it actually, there we go, it has now. So you can see on the green screen, I'll just have to move across a little. That's the tweet in question there. And below it is my response to it on my personal Twitter account, not the News Rants Twitter account. So there you go. These green nutters need to be bloody stopped. I mean, first, it's all about fossil fuels. They seem to think we shouldn't have that. Then it's about vegan diets that should be forced upon all of us, and they're trying to demand that Liz Truss basically bans meat and dairy and all sorts of things. So, you know. Anyway, just to annoy these absolute lunatics, I've got here a cup of coffee. And this has cow's milk in it. And it tastes quite nice. Even though it's rubbish instant coffee, because my coffee maker broke down, so that's what I have. Now we've got a packet of Tesco custard creams. We'll look at the ingredients of this. One of the ingredients has an allergy warning for milk. So there's milk in these. And you know what? Because this is going against what Animal Rebellion want. There. A biscuit containing milk, washed down with coffee containing milk. Something stuck in my teeth now. Lovely. Anyway, I'm not going to ever stop drinking milk and eating things made of milk, and I'm not going to stop eating meat either. Because I can tell you for a fact, vegan cheese smells absolutely disgusting and makes me want to retch. I know that because of the job that I normally do, which I'm off at the moment because personal reasons, and I won't say any more on that. Yeah, because vegan cheese makes me want to retch. That's not the reason why I'm off work, though. Anything vegan just does not appeal to me. It does not appetise me. I mean, I couldn't eat it even if I tried. I would probably retch. Whether I can actually get past the smell of some of this vegan alternatives remains to be seen. Well, I could make exception for corn because that's made of mushrooms. But doesn't smell absolutely vile. Doesn't taste that great, but I can eat it if I have to. But I'd much rather have meat, dairy, and you know. I had a Muller corner yogurt earlier. Made of milk. Probably made of milk at the Willenhall plant that these absolute lunatics decided to drill all the tyres out of. Who knows? I don't know where they make those yogurts, but they are nice, and they're made of milk. So, you know, chocolate. You can get chocolate that's not got milk in it, but most chocolate has milk in it. Ice cream made of milk. I worked at an ice cream factory for 3 weeks. So imagine the disruption that Animal Rebellion are probably causing the ice cream and yogurt industries. Yeah, because that's all dairy. Butter, I always buy proper butter, usually the spreadable stuff that's usually got a little bit of oil in it just to make it spreadable. That's got milk in it, it's made of milk. Cheese, made of milk, usually, apart from the vegan cheese, which I have no clue what it's made of, and it absolutely stinks. So, I'm partial to the Ritter Sport chocolate bars that you can buy in Lidl. You know, I'm very partial to those. Every time I'm in Lidl, I tend to buy one. So, they've got milk in them. They've got I think I might have had one earlier, and yeah. Yeah. Where's the ingredients? See, I did have one earlier, so I've just had to fish out the yeah. Let's see. Milk chocolate. There you go. Don't need to even show you the ingredients. That's going back in the bin now. So, yeah, no. Probably not right. I'd pick that chocolate wrapper out of the bin. But it's milk. We need milk. I am not having the coconut or palm based or whatever the fuck it's based on. Milk. I don't know what the hell these vegans want. They said they're trying to force Liz Truss to give in to their demands. Newsflash, no. Because she's already not giving in to the demands of your parent organisation and also just stop oil and insulate Britain. So there you go. So, if you want to be vegan, I have absolutely no problem with that. That is a personal choice for you to make. If you want to force veganism on the entire populace of a country, then that's where I do have a problem. Because I know plenty of people that would not be happy if they were forced to eat plants. Because that's basically what it is. Plants. I mean, I'm alright having a salad with a bit of lettuce and a few other things in it. Because there's a few things I don't like in salads. I'm alright eating gherkins in my burgers made out of beef. I had a McDonald's last night. Just a little treat to myself. That was a quarter pounder, which had meat in it, actual meat. It also had cheese in it, just the processed cheese, but it's still cheese, still made of milk. But it also had in it lettuce, gherkins, and a couple of other things. There you go. So, I'm not giving any of that up. I refuse to do it. I am not giving up meat just because some militant vegans say that if I wasn't to give up meat, I would kill the planet. Because that's not true. In fact, if there was any truth to that, you know, I would probably be more supportive of it, but there's no truth to it. It's just some militants that seem to think that if we don't change our ways, we're going to end up dead. No. If I have a heart attack because I've eaten far too many burgers, then yeah, that's my fault. But I wouldn't kill planet Earth by eating burgers, would I? No. They want to rewild a lot of land that would be saved from basically not farming animals for their meat or their milk. I could start up a dairy farm just to annoy Animal Rebellion further because, you know, have a few cows, have a milking parlour, get someone to milk the cows and sell the milk to the locals. Yeah, there used to be a dairy farm up near Hudswell when I was younger. That's not far from my home. I'm not going to give the exact address out, but, you know, it's not actually far away from my home. And they used to come down with the electric-powered milk floats, because those were the electric vehicles of the day, and then drop the glass bottles full of actual proper milk on people's doorsteps. And all you had to do was stick money in a bottle, so when they came round asking for the money. Yeah. I would happily run a milk farm. I would happily run any kind of a farm, really. One where burgers and things. Yeah, I'd happily do that. But they're trying to shut down the farming industry in this country, but that's some different news rants for another time. So, militant vegans. Do we want them to keep doing what they're doing? No. Should they be done for treason for destroying Crown property? I think they should. Well, they didn't destroy it, they damaged it. Just damage to Crown property should be punished by a very long time in prison. And then these vegans won't get what they want. We have a new Home Secretary and we have a new Justice Secretary. Hopefully they can all get on top of this to make sure the police arrest these lunatics and then they can be tried and sent to prison. Because that's how they get away with it, because the police don't take tough actions. That's one of the problems. The police won't take the tough actions that we want them to take. Oh, here's another thing. During the winter months, I like to drink hot chocolate. It's very nice. It has milk in it. Also, I put cream on top of it. That's made of milk. I am absolutely not having a vegan version of that because that will not be nice. There you go. And I refuse to give in to the demands of Animal Rebellion. If they think I am wrong, they do have a right of reply. News Rants does always have a right of reply, no matter what the people might think. It's just the people that want to silence what we're saying by blocking our Twitter profile or whatever. That's just a bit of a stab at the likes of the London branch of Extinction Rebellion and the Stop Funding Hate group that seems to be pointing their attention at the wrong organisations. They should be pointing it at the BBC. That's a rant for another time. So, I'm Paul. This has been another News Rants on the militant vegans of Animal Rebellion that seem to think it is acceptable to go around vandalising Crown property. Yeah, in my Britain, they would have been arrested and then sent to jail. And they wouldn't do it. So, you can buy me a coffee. The link is in the description to the podcast. It'll be a coffee with milk in it. So if you're vegan and a member of this organisation, you probably wouldn't want to buy me a coffee, would you? Because you'd be indirectly funding the dairy industry. Sorry about that. You can find us on Twitter at NewsRants2022. And you can also listen to us in audio on Spotify, Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, or in video on YouTube. So, this has been the News Rants on Militant Vegans of Animal Rebellion, and I'll catch you in the next News Rants. I'm still working on the special about North Yorkshire County Council. That's just taking time because I'm a bit short of fuel at the moment. So, I'll catch you in the next News Rants.